Well, first off, I just want to thank you guys for being with me here today and being open to sharing your success on Profile and your journey. So it's a pleasure to have you guys here today. And first, I kind of wanted to just hear, when you guys got back started mid-June of 2020, how did you guys first hear about Profile and start thinking about doing a program like this?
So I guess I'm the one that was looking it up. I had talked to my doctor and I had a little like health scare. And so she had mentioned the words like pre-diabetes, and it kind of spooked me out. And so I was like, I got to do something because this is not where I want to be at my age. So just researching, and I knew that um, I knew somebody that had worked with Profile, so I kind of knew the name a little bit. And so that's kind of, we just started calling around and seeing what was going to be the best fit for us.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's funny for some people, there's kind of that like specific moment that, it brings it to the forefront. Like, hey, this is something I've been thinking about. This is something I want to do. And then, the nerves of making that first call to set up that appointment. For a lot of people, that's the hardest part. So we give you props for doing that. And now look at where you're at today. So that's incredible. Yep. So yeah, would you say that there's any other specific reason, and maybe for Brian, there was a final straw per se, or something that made you guys say, we do need to do something. We need to make that call and set up that appointment.
I would say, I mean, I kind of it's been on my mind for a while that I was getting a little bit heavier than I should have been in life, right? And Agnes had mentioned that she wanted to do this, and I was just kind of like, well, do you mind if we do it together? Like, is there a reason we can't, kind of go through this together? So, she had found it and kind of just mentioned it, and I was like, well, if you're up for it, maybe it's a learning opportunity for both of us.
Absolutely. And that's so great, Brian, that you were willing to, be that support system for Agnes, knowing how important this is to her, and, that it had gotten to that point where she knew she needed to do something. We all know that it makes it a lot easier when, the spouse and the people that you're around are on board and supporting you outside of, the support you get from the program. What do you think surprised you guys the most about your journey? I know we're not done yet, and this is that long-term lifestyle change. But throughout this process thus far, what did you do that surprised you and that you were very proud of?
What about you?
To be honest with you, I think the thing that surprised me the most is I didn't realize how poorly I ate after a couple of, like, I don't know, maybe it was a month and a half into our program. I emptied one of my garbage cans and literally just saw all the Cheeto wrappers at the bottom, at the bottom of the garbage can, and went, "Oh my goodness!" Like, this is not this was not okay, right? So I would say that was kind of like a surprise and a learning moment for me.
Yeah. Yep. What about you, Agnes?
I think my thing was, it's not 100%, and if you mess up one day, you just give up, right? For me, it was occasionally it's okay, and I made a mistake or I went off plan, but I can get back on and still continue where I was going. So
Absolutely.
It wasn't like one mistakes and then just be done. It was a mistake, or a day that we went off plan and then pick back up the next day, and that's okay.
Yes, and that's life. Like, those things are going to happen. And we talk a lot about that with each other during your coaching visits. Is you had a bad day one day. That's life, and that happens. But we have to get ourselves back on track and be consistent with what we're doing to see those long-term results.
For sure.
Did you learn anything new about yourself throughout the process, or maybe each other?
I was, at first I saw the calorie count, right? Like, I was like, how am I going to make it through the day? And we're busy. How am I going to make it through the day with that little calories? But like, the food kept me full, and the options of, snacking on other things helped. I think I realized really how much junk we ate. And it wasn't even the like, it's the walking by and grabbing 2 bites and then walking by and grabbing 2 bites. I think for me, seeing how much of that we ate was a big eye opener, like learning experience for me.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You?
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. It's just kind of like learning. I guess I learned a lot about what I could kind of get away with, like, oh, I'll
Yeah.
have a pickle for a snack, or I'll, have some kimchi for a snack or whatever, right? Like something that's a healthier option and not
Yeah.
the bag of Cheetos that I so famously
Right.
love.
Or the Cheeto balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I love that. Well, what would you guys tell others who are thinking about getting healthy and starting their weight loss journey? It's maybe somebody who's been thinking about it for a while, but they just can't, take that first step.
I think for me, it's just to make the call, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
in anything that you're going to do to change your life, or any big momentous thing, that you still have to take that first step of making the call.
Yep.
And for us, I'm super excited that I did it and so thankful. And it's even fun to see like my kids get excited about food, and not so much of the junk food. It's, ooh, what's mom making tonight? How are we going to eat our veggies tonight? And so seeing that the kids get excited about those types of things helps me. It makes me excited that I made that call.
Yeah.
However many ago it was, because it's making an impact on them.
Yes.
Healthy way.
Yeah, absolutely. It's turned into a family affair, and you're setting such a great example for the kids, which makes it fun. And that's the thing is, yes, weight loss is hard, but it doesn't need to be torturous.
Right.
You can have fun throughout the process. And I think, celebrating those milestones and the success that you guys have had, it's important to remember to do that, because it is hard work, and you guys have put that hard work in, which it shows. Yes, Profile tries to make it easy and convenient, take some of the guesswork out of the way, but you still have to put in the work. You have to put in the days to help you reach your goals. And you guys have done exactly that, which, makes me feel good about what the future is going to look like for you guys, and making this your long-term new lifestyle. So I can't say it enough. I'm super proud of how far you guys have come. Like I said, we're not done yet. Proud but never satisfied. So
Yeah.
I look forward to continuing to support you guys on this journey. And this is really, what it comes down to for me is seeing the success of you guys like this, which is just super empowering for me. So you guys, great job. Keep up the good work. And congrats on all your success.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for
Thanks
helping
for
us.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.